What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Triangle. This is your boy D.
And it's your girl CJ. And our other lady, Brandy, is
MIA.
slightly she's
MIA.
coming.
Listen in
she's,
action.
she just had another gig to do. She was adulting today, and so she'll be joining us mid conversation, I'm sure.
She'll be popping in
So
soon.
yeah, she's coming. Hopefully she keeps that dress on. It was really cute. I hope she wears it and glamorizes everything that we see today. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'll ask her about it. But anyway, welcome back to our show. This week is Valentine's Day, as you guys know. So we're gonna really talk about things that are related to that. I kind of want to, I want to leave some of the stuff to when Brandy comes back. But one of the top things that I've seen people talking about is like all these Valentine's Day like consumerism, like in the stores and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, because it's become such a big holiday too. Like, seriously, the minute Christmas ends, like
Oh,
the
yeah.
minute
The minute. You see hearts and roses and shit all over the goddamn thing.
they didn't even go to clearance yet, and they've got like heart boxes like
Yeah.
ready to go in the seasonal aisle, which I don't understand because I can't even celebrate New Year's without seeing candy boxes at most of my stores and locations around here. I'm not talking like just grocery stores either. I'm like, I go to, hobby shops because I like to like check out Michael's and Joann's and whatever. They're like already. And when I went yesterday for some other little shit with my mom, they already had it on 60% off like a few days before. I was like, what? Yeah. They already have St. Patty's Day up, and they're ready to go for Easter too, by the way. I was like,
that is nuts how quick all of that stuff goes.
Why is Easter already 30% off? How long have they had it up? Because we just now in the middle of fucking February.
Beginning of February.
When is Easter? Let me look, because this is crazy. I was like, but I
don't know
Easter?
When it falls this year. I don't even know when it falls this year.
It's on the 12th of April.
April.
Yes.
We ain't made it to March and they already got that shit out.
That's what
I already
I'm saying.
see the little Reese's eggs.
Yes.
So they make them in the shape of the eggs. Already.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so crazy.
Need the Easter hearts. Like, I mean, like, the Reese's hearts. Like, get out of here.
I can't. But like, do you like? So here's a good thing. I know because you said you're not really dating anybody right now. Do you still give out like Valentine's Day stuff?
No, I quit doing that shit in 7th grade. Yeah, I don't give up Valentine's.
Not in 7th grade.
Yeah.
Seriously, you haven't done anything? That in high school, college, younger.
I used to do. You remember they used to have the candygrams in high school?
Oh my god, that was so heartbreaking. I used to do that,
but I liked it because you didn't have to do anything. You just, gave money, and then somebody else would do all the work and buy the candy and deliver it to the person it needs to go to.
Oh my god!
So I would send those. I would send Brandy shit. And then Brandy would send me shit because they had candygrams for Valentine's Day. They would do it for like, other holidays and stuff. So
yeah.
Christmas, they had the Christmas candygrams. I would do stuff like that in high school, but besides that, no.
I just I didn't really like those. I did, however, I just wasn't really. I have a really bad story about that we're gonna talk about. Brandy's about to join us. Her name today is I Took Your Daddy. I don't know how I feel about that.
I took your daddy on Valentine's Day?
It's missing she left again. I think she's trying to load in. I don't know what's happening. She'll be okay. But no, like the money grams are cool. I actually had to give them out one year too, and that's like, do you ever watch Bob's Burger?
Every now and then.
There's an episode in Bob's Burger that reminds me completely of my life as a high school child. Oh, she beat me to it. I was going to find my hearts, and I don't have my headbands. Hi, Brandy. Oh. Listen, I just got done telling the listeners that you were going to grace us with your beautiful outfit, and then you do this ugly face. And we can't hear her, so she's gonna reload again. I don't know what's going on. She's wearing the beautiful dress, though. If you guys want to check it out on our Instagram, where there's tagged photos and stuff. But what is she doing? Why is she going in?
Anyways, what happened with the Bob's Burgers until she gets her life?
Where was it? Oh yeah, so Bob's Burgers has this thing where they do like a whole bunch of Valentine's Day episode because one of the characters, Tina, has a crush on
There we
Jimmy Pesto across the street and their rivaling restaurant. The fact that I can give you a synopsis is really disturbing.
Right? As a writer for Bob's Burgers. Kind of creepy. But it's okay.
It was just a lot. And like one of the things that I think transpired is when I was giving out the grams, like I think I had bought like one. Did I buy one for that person? I can't even remember. It's been a while. High school was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I think I bought this guy a Valentine's gram, and I was on the way to deliver other people's, but he happened to be in the hallway and like found me. Like somebody else delivered the one I got him to him.
Oh.
Like, you know what I mean? So okay. I didn't deliver it. He got it from somebody else, but it made my day because he gave me a smooch on the cheek. And I was like sophomore year, I think. And I was like, oh my God, this is like the best day ever, right? But now that I think about it, I might have to ask you, D, and you need to like go check his photos and stuff. He might be gay. I can't.
Oh no. Oh no.
I can't tell, but there is one thing that I feel like I know.
She's muted.
Oh, is she?
Daddy's muted.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
But no, like
so I was listening in and I was hearing CJ's sad ass candygram story. So we must be talking about high school.
But see, I can't tell. Like he was real cool, and I've known him. I'm like, I'm not even gonna use his name just in case he's listening because we're friends on Instagram and Facebook.
Who cares?
And stuff.
Use his name.
Well, it's a very generic name. It's Mike. But like, so it could be anybody, but the only person who would know who it is that person who got the candygram from me. I can't really remember if I gave it to him or if we just found each other in the hallway or not.
Okay, so Pushpin, what have I missed? What's going on?
Not much. We just started.
Not much. Yeah.
We're doing stories right now.
About candygrams.
Candygrams.
Well, it started out with what my tradition is for Valentine's Day, and I said, I don't do shit. I quit giving out Valentines in like 7th grade. But in high school, there's this beautiful thing called candygrams. So all you have to do is just give money and everybody else does the work for you.
No. That wasn't a beautiful thing. That was a setup.
Oh, see? Another person agrees with me.
That was a setup. It was just another way for people to feel like they were fucking worthless.
Thank you.
High school does a good enough job of that.
Yes.
How?
Well, maybe your fast ass was getting plenty of candygrams for sucking dick, but the rest of us were not.
I didn't start sucking dick until at 19.
That's what we all say, Demetrius. That's what we all say.
Why I wear headphones when recording, because my children walk around.
Well, sorry for being late for those that were just like really missing me for 2 seconds. I just got back from bingo where I got plenty of tips and plenty of free alcohol. So
we can tell. With bingo night, Brandy is a whole nother person.
Okay, so let me tell you, honey.
Oh my God.
Say it like that, so CJ can understand, honey.
Oh no. And also slightly racist, apparently.
Definitely super racist, but Black people can be as racist as they want during Black History Month. Quote me.
I don't think it's racist. I think it's bigotry. We can't be racist because we're Black.
Right. And that's what people don't understand because white people love to be like, that's racist. I'm like, you want to be right so goddamn bad. It's sickening. I'm like, that's your ancestors' right blood running through
Brandy, how many drinks did you have? You came in hot.
Let's not talk about that. Let's talk about the fact.
Brandy came in hot. I have to mention this on my notes. Drunk Brandy.
CJ, to be real though, when do I not come in flaming hot Cheetos?
Oh, you always come in flaming hot Cheetos,
like,
but
I wake up at an 8, so it don't take much to get me to a 10.
That's true. Also, you're at like a 12 right now.
I would say your mom's at a 12, but I respect. So
you see this? Like everything, all the volumes get turned up.
I got to get these tidbits out. So Damien said, hey, y'all. He said he want to come back on the show because he enjoyed it. And that's a big deal because, you know, he don't give a fuck about nobody and nothing.
He sure don't. I love him, by the way.
Listen, baby, he don't care. So for him to mention it willingly while we were out because he came to bingo night, which was
not willingly.
Willingly. It wasn't pressed on because, again, he's the type of person, if you're listening out there, if you got somebody in your life that they're not moved by much, this is this guy. And he actually came to bingo night. He sat in the corner by himself wearing all black, but he came. And
me.
And then he mentioned it when we were, rapping for a taste. I was like, oh my God, we were talking about having you back for a music episode with Chris Conde. Shout out to Chris. So we're gonna have to, get that together. It's in the, it's in the
mix.
Shoot.
We can make it happen.
But I had a really good time. I'll never turn down free drinks. So for those of you wanting to date rape me, not gonna do that.
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Well, welcome back.
In conclusion, candygrams are trash.
Oh yes, let's get back to it. I agree.
Candygram.
I mean, it's fine, but here's the thing: like, if you were like me and Brandy, did you get a lot of that, Brandy?
I didn't start getting candygrams until like
you got your brows done, yeah.
Until I got that glow up,
right?
When
I sent you candygrams, Brandy.
Yours don't count, D.
Thank you, CJ. Like I couldn't even
the Christmas candygrams. I'm not talking about just Valentine's Day, but there was candygrams for different holidays.
I mean, but we're talking Valentine's.
We're talking Valentine's and real shit. Don't nobody give a fuck about no gift that's coming from somebody that you don't like that. If I don't have a gift from my nigga, I don't care. My mom could give me a box of hearts, chocolates. I'm gonna shove that shit in her face. Why? Because you not the person I want that shit from. So it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. And these all like, oh, Christmas grams. Fuck you, dude. Like, who cares?
I'm done. Oh my God.
Christmas grams, bitch.
I can't.
Do you guys celebrate Valentine's Day within a relationship? Or
I do.
Like, what are you doing?
I do. Because
I think it's bullshit.
Yes.
Listen, here's the thing. Like, we're a lot more frugal about things when it comes to ourselves, so we try to get a few more things for the kiddos, and then for us, like I think this weekend, like since Friday is Valentine's and he has to work, we're gonna do ours like on Saturday basically. And like we went on Groupon and got these like fucking awesome Groupon activities and things like that. And like I'm not too keen on like I'm not like I need roses and chocolate and
that's so fucking
I don't think I've ever been that. I don't think he's ever been like that. I think there was one Valentine where he got me like car springs for my car. It was red for Valentine's. That was kind of fucking dope.
You got your car what?
Springs for my car for the tires and the car.
Now push pin in what CJ just said, because I think that's dope as hell, and that's a prime example of a man knowing his woman. Now, if you know your partner, some of us, raising my hand for those that aren't watching us on YouTube, I love flowers, cards, and candy. Flower, cards, and candy me to fucking death. Like,
oh, wow.
Love it. I love it because I take the time to look at certain flowers and their meaning, to look at certain cards. I love all that shit.
You like flowers, right?
Yeah, saying that, I love them, but saying that in the same sense to say, if I didn't get flower, cards, candy, anything like that for Valentine's Day, if a nigga got me a comic book, I would still like juice my hands
still something you enjoy.
Like I would still love it because it's like, okay, you know me. So if you give me anything related to what you know I like, I'm into it. My whole thing is I believe that just because I'm extra, all these little holidays that you and your partner are agreeably wanting to celebrate should be celebrated together and doing it on the level how you want to do it.
Yeah.
Whatever makes y'all happy. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It doesn't have to be under $20 if that's not what y'all like.
Right.
Just do what makes you guys happy.
Like
the internet will make you feel like shit when it's Valentine's Day, and if your man didn't fill your whole fucking up like fucking house or penthouse with roses.
I know people like that though.
That's crazy. How pissed would you be? I got allergies, nigga. How pissed would I be coming in and my house is filled with flowers?
I mean, yes. Well, that's what I mean. Well, I know women especially who are like that, who are like, oh, this is all he got me was like a box of candy and chocolate and flowers, and like, but he thought of you and got you something.
Cute.
And and like That just reminded me when you said that. Like, my mom always tells the story of my dad and her dating when they were like really, really broke in Okinawa. Do you remember that hotel that closed down and we would go and ghost hunt at on top of that hill?
Oh, and
the one with the plane?
With the Awase?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all the way on top of a hill that you could, but it was closed down because nobody would go there, right? Like somewhere around there, her and my dad would like go buy like one little tray of sushi for like 500 yen, 600 yen, and share that tray of sushi together. And that would be their little night date, like a quick date and stuff like that. But that was like their thing. Like, that's why I'm like, I really don't, right? I really don't care for like, I guess, material thing. I would rather like, there's been plenty of nights where me and Rob were like, we need a night off, like a little date night, but we don't actually like go out. We just send the kids away for a night, and it'd be like, yo, there's like this Korean like bibimbap place, so we would get takeout from there, find some movies, find our alcohol.
That quality time is important. Now, TJ's a different bitch. I want things in quality time because, nigga, I want it all. So for those that are listening that be heavy in my inbox, I want it all. Brand new stuff. Yes.
And already, disclaimer, 5 minutes in.
I want everything. But that does not mean you got to spend $5,000. But I mean, nigga, if you got it, it ain't tricking if you got it. But if you don't have it, doing something like going to Dave & Buster's, I would live. Like, Dave & Buster's is a bomb date to me.
Oh my God, that was our first date.
Girl, people be trying to dinner and movie your ass to death. And it's like, if you don't take me to a place where I can play games, like, oh my God. Like, I'm already going to play enough games in a relationship. Let me play some games before.
Oh, no, ma'am.
Just kidding.
She on a roll. She on a roll.
All jokes.
No,
all jokes.
It's just hot mess.
I am not a hot mess. And then we gonna push pin on all this shit because I got a problem with
you. First of all, wait, Brandy, you have push pin like 4 conversations. You gotta slow down.
And we're gonna do it again because you're allowing it. So we're push pinning for the 5th time. For the 5th time.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, and that moment, listen, ladies especially, that moment between CJ and I is a prime example of you complaining about your man, but you keep letting him do the shit. You can't say shit if you keep letting it do it.
It's true.
Then for the 6th time.
Uh-oh.
I have a problem.
Uh-oh.
You two not even acknowledging how adorable.
We did, though.
We did.
You were too drunk to hear it.
Yeah.
First of all,
probably right. She had to think. She said, wait, did she?
I didn't think about it. I'm like, did I say something?
I did.
You say it again so I can hear you. I'm ready. Hold on.
Okay. Well, let me, for those of you who were listening from the beginning, I'm sorry. I'm going to do it again. Yes. I was saying Brandy will be gracing us with her beautiful dress on that I saw online today with her beautiful
You can also
face.
check it out on Instagram, as you mentioned before.
Yeah, I even mentioned Instagram.
Oh my God.
Where were you 5 minutes ago? See, you came in too high.
I think I was doing like that astral planing shit they talked about.
Astral projection, bitch. I can't even. She came in so. Did she just pass out? What's happening?
No, I was laughing.
Oh my God.
D, you might want to shut the fuck up because I'm gonna see your ass in a couple of months. So if you don't want these hands,
I want that fucking sandwich. Is what I do know. What the fuck is
First
that?
of all, it ain't a sandwich. It's the burrito. Ain't this shit bomb?
That shit look bomb.
Listen, it's so bomb. Look at the inside of that shit.
Oh my God.
Look inside of it. Yeah, look inside.
Is it carne asada?
She don't hear us. She in her own little world today.
I'm definitely in my world. But continue, CJ.
Oh my God. Demetrius, help. Help, Demetrius. I think I'm just going to use my...
Demetrius just said he's so hungry.
The way she's eating that damn burrito, I was like, I'm really fucking hungry.
You know, I was just going to say the way she's eating that burrito and the fact that she's dressed like that, there's going to be some serious people in your inbox when this fucking, and I need,
like, yo, did you see the way she was eating that burrito?
I'm going to screenshot that right now, and then I'm going to fucking post it on our page. You know how many dudes will start following our fucking videos? I'm just saying.
Girl, I ain't trying to trip on them dudes. Them dudes trying to flirt in every app but Cash App. You finna pay to play. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
I mean, you know,
no more drunk men.
For any of the dudes out there, maybe we'll do a lottery of a meet and greet Brandy if we get enough money. So if you want to subscribe to our podcast, you can go to anchor.com and find us and subscribe to our podcast. It starts at 99 cents every month, and you can go all the way up to like $10, $20.
Okay, you got Chris Jenner over here trying to flip out Brandy.
CJ went Chris Jenner on us. You better pimp, CJ.
I'm just saying that maybe if we can get a goal of, say, I don't know, like 10K, we'll fly Brandy out to wherever
CJ is
you
like
are.
about the money. She's like, I'm about the bottom dollar here.
we'll
fly Brandy out on Spirit Airlines to wherever city is.
We're still be paying $300 for her luggage. One bag for wigs, one bag for dresses.
The fact that we all laughed when you said Spirit and knew exactly what you were saying is terrible. Like, that's how bad that fucking airline is. I've flown them too, and I will never, if I can help
Spirit
it.
Girls.
But no, come on. It's our Valentine, the Love Talk episode. And I think that if we hit like, okay, let's up it. Let's up to 25K. If we hit 25K in the next 365 days, is that too long? Is that too long? 6 months?
No, it's actually perfect. That's a perfect amount of time.
Yeah, you sure? Maybe shorter. Let's do a summer one. Let's say by August. By August, if we can hit like 20K, 20K is good. By August, we will fly Brandy out to a random winner, and she can go on a date with him. I don't know why you're saying no. I told you I'm gonna use you.
No, I'm laughing because I had a moment today, since we're on the topic of love. I had a moment today with a friend, and she's and I had a moment with Damon, because they both act like CJ. CJ has this ability, for those that don't listen regularly and know that she's a little know-it-all.
Oh.
He will read you in like 2 minutes and be right about everything she's saying, but you still want to choke the bitch out. It's relatable to you. So I was talking to a friend that's very much like CJS, talking to Damon. And kind of came to the conclusion today that I am okay with people liking me, but I am afraid to like somebody again. Like, I'm really scared to open up again, in more ways than one. So that's why it's like been a year and a half hiatus from everything.
Oh, yeah.
I've been trying to protect myself. But saying all that to say, there was this guy that asked me to the movies, and there was nothing wrong with it. And on paper, he would have been like, perfect guy like a few years ago, when I was really like, I want to get married and have all these kids before 35 or whatever. And then I'm just like, why did I like internally like hyperventilate? Like literally, if I was a person to like break out in hives, I would have. And I'm like, why did this just scare me like that?
Right.
It's like, oh, because I'm afraid of being hurt again.
Wow.
So saying all that to say, anybody that's experienced really bad breakups or divorce, and you're just scared to get out there, especially when you have a kid or kids, and you're just wanting to be very careful about who's around you. Sooner or later, if you do want that type of love and energy in your life, you're going to have to get back on the horse, as they say. So saying all that to say, I've promised myself I would at least go on one date this year. At least
see? There's your date.
We're gonna make a year off. But
we're gonna make 20K.
One date this year. Whether it's through the triangle or otherwise.
Listen, so let's make this happen. All of you guys, and we're gonna cut this part and clip it into something, or I'll just get on fucking Instagram and tell everybody about it on a live. We should go live, Brandy, so I can tell everybody about it.
No, girl, look, one of my exes tries to do it.
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
That would be so funny.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. No.
Are you kidding? I don't know how to feel about that, but I mean, you know, we can probably do it. And I think if we can get
stipulations is you can't enter this contest if we've actually been together.
That's a good stipulation. If you have ever dated Brandy,
and there's only 2 of y'all.
Oh, okay, so there's only 2 niggas who are not allowed. I mean, if you guys want to subscribe and send us money, we're not going to stop you. But you're not eligible for the date. Right. So I'm gonna set this in stone right now. If we hit 20K-ish by August 1st-ish or around then, we're going to send Brandy on a date to wherever in the let's say connected United States, continental US.
Continental US.
Yeah, you see, she got skills. You see that?
She got skills. We can squeeze in maybe Hawaii. No.
Not squeeze in Hawaii. We definitely gonna do that. Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is a little bit cheaper.
Yeah, but I'm saying that if we do that, we'll take Brandy out on a date. We'll even pay for the dinner. Y'all don't. You just go enjoy yourselves for the night. So
we will be doing background checks, and we will ask for 2 references.
That's true. That's true. We will do some backup stuff because we on the private eye.
Not your mama phone number.
Your mama phone.
We gotta talk to somebody. We ain't talking to former employees.
Funny, but they right.
Because we ain't trying to have Brandy come up missing in the fucking.
You know what I'm saying?
I need all my little body parts everywhere. You know how they're gonna have you identify me? They're gonna pull back the sheet, and then it's gonna be like one of my wigs. Is this her?
Yeah, that Little Mermaid is her.
That's all we have left of Brandy, just a wig.
Just a wig. Just a wig.
I'm through.
Oh my God.
Anywho, back to our fucking episode because we just went way off topic.
This was the episode.
We are serious about that though. Really, like, I guess. Oh, here's the thing. You know, we just talked about like relationships. How do you guys feel about Galentine's? You guys know what that is?
I love it.
What the hell is that?
Oh, I knew.
Oh my God.
D is the worst gay ever.
He's the worst gay ever. Every podcast, D is an awful gay.
Okay, so D, and to those of you who don't know what it is, Galentine's is Valentine's for all girlfriends. Like your girls get together, your friends, not like dating. Like all your friends get together who are single and they go out and celebrate like girls' night out, basically.
Yeah. So you're not inside like by yourself. I did my first Galentine's last year. And Damien texted me and let me know he was home, which is funny because when he passed my car, you know how he is. He passed my car to make sure I was in good. He walked.
That's good. That's what you're supposed to do.
I said, text me when you're home. And he said, yeah, whatever, because you know how he is.
Yeah.
But you texted me.
Oh, he cares. He cares. But no, so you are for Galentine's.
All for it. I love it so much. It's a lot better than sleeping with someone you don't want to sleep with, or being in someone's face that you didn't really want to be, but you just wanted something to do because of the pressure. Because Valentine's Day to me carries this pressure for anybody, whether you're single or involved in a relationship, that it shouldn't. I feel like it should just be another fun holiday, kind of like there's no pressure for like St. Patrick's Day. You're just excited to go drink.
And that's so weird.
And it's like, why can't we just be excited that it's Valentine's Day and just give some love? Like, why can't we be excited about that?
It's weird that you say that because my opposing view is I don't like Valentine's Day because of the same thing you just said about it being pressure. And I feel like they pressured single women, especially because there's not a boys' Valentine's Day. Why is it only for girls? First of all,
there is in Japan.
You already know what that's about,
right? Well, yeah, Hoito Day. That's different. Men
pressed and thirsty for relationships all the time, like women. That's the same reason why there's not these seminars where thousands of men can get together on how to be a better husband.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That shit ain't a thing in their society.
I'm not saying that I don't like for people to do Valentine's Day.
My inbox is blowing up.
Oh God, this girl's drunk.
What was she just drinking?
I don't know.
So first of all, I need these questions to stop.
What was that? That looked like you was drinking a can or like an open can of some ragu.
I
just slid across the screen.
I don't think you're right. You started, CJ. I don't need questioning from questioning questioners. All right.
I need to know if you're drinking tomato sauce.
What are you drinking?
It's it's Black History Valentine's Day month. I don't need that. You know what? I opened up bingo night with that too. I was like, I know you guys are all here because of Black History Month, which is hilarious because bingo night and where we do it in Ohio, it's like 98% white.
Of course.
I was living for any blackness I could get in there because I don't give a fuck.
No, but like, so go back to Galentine's Day because that's what we're talking about.
Going back to Valentine's Day, I don't see a problem with it. I get what CJ was saying in the sense of, there's nothing for men.
I just think it's weird that there should be something for women to always have to gather because of oppressing pressures from society. It's like everything. It's like you said, it's everything. It's whether it's like become a better wife, go to this fucking conference, become a better partner, go to this. It's always geared towards women.
We're viewed as something's wrong with us if we're single,
right?
Especially if somebody puts value in solely what you look like, because men will say condescending things and not even realize they are that to me, like, oh, you're so beautiful, how are you single? As
like
if
that's so rude, right?
Right. Like, to me, that's very offensive. But they are so just desensitized to it, they don't even realize how that sounds. And I'm like, oh, okay, according to your standards and what you've been groomed by society, a woman like me shouldn't be out here by
Like,
myself.
somebody told me to fucking smile today outside of the Dollar Tree. And I was like, ha. And then walked in. He was like, oh. I was like, the fuck? Do I even know you?
I have never seen a guy with a straight face and been like, smile, beautiful. What? No, I don't care.
I don't care for you.
It's a whole bunch of weird shit. But
creepy.
saying all that,
it is. It's creepy, D. It is really creepy.
I like Valentine's Day for the girls that are like me, in the sense of, you are okay being single. Mm-hmm. You still want to do something, but you also don't want to like do something with someone of the opposite sex just to do it. Yeah, I really feel like I could like I'd rather be out with some girlfriends than forcing some shit with somebody else.
Yeah, no. So I nothing against that part of the Galentine part, like when the girls get together and have a girls' night out and whatever. I think mine is more against the consumerism and the societal pressure of Galentine's Day. Like, it's so weird because now it's such a big thing that there's like spas that use it for Galentine's. They have like bring your girlfriends in, and all three of you can get your nails done, get a body massage. It's discounted if you have 3 or more girlfriends. And, shit like that.
Not playing.
Right. I mean, it's cool, but also at the same time, you're just like, okay, but this wasn't around when we were younger. It wasn't a big thing.
No. If you were by yourself on Valentine's Day, you were just a lonely bitch. There was no gals.
Not a lonely bitch.
It was just a sad, lonely bitch. And
that's why I just don't even acknowledge the shit.
D, you be not acknowledging a lot of shit, D.
If you're with somebody, it's even better if you don't acknowledge it, because it's like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys said, there's a lot of pressure.
It is.
So it's like, oh, you didn't give me anything for Valentine's Day. I don't know of couples that have broken up over not
getting crazy. Yes, it's crazy.
Over like one day.
It's like, oh, you didn't give me anything for Valentine's Day, and then that's the catalyst. That's the catalyst, and then it spins out of control.
Okay, yeah, I'm like, that has to be a buildup of maybe they were feeling neglected and underappreciated or whatever, and then it was like, this is my last straw.
What about Valentine's Day? And I think it's just one extra thing.
It's a little weird.
That's really crazy.
If you want to do something as a nice gesture for somebody, I'm not opposed to it, but it shouldn't be mandatory. It shouldn't be something that you have to look forward to and mark on your calendar every fucking year. It should be something that's enjoyed casually if you want to. Kind of like St. Patrick's Day.
That's true.
You don't have to celebrate St. Patrick's Day, but
if you do extra, because there's girls out there, and I know I'm going to be one of these girls to my future whoever one day, where I'm going to do the most. Like, if I know what you like, and let's say you like to go to the gun range, or let's say you like to whatever, we're going to go do that because it's Valentine's Day. Like, I like to celebrate any holiday, but that's just because I'm extra. I won't even care about the origin sometimes. It's just like, oh, okay, we get something to celebrate. Right. So I'm more so a fan of the extraness of it, not so much this is a make or break gift.
I don't even know if you want to call it extra, because I feel like you're just saying that you want to, like, that's an extra day for you to spend more time with somebody you love.
Right.
More time. You know what I mean?
I would hope they felt how I would express it on that day throughout the whole year. I would hope that wouldn't make or break me for that day.
No. It's kind of weird. And like to what Dee was saying, because in Japan, in the biggest thing, and I was just watching all the shows because, it's the day before Valentine's over there because they're a day ahead, but only people giving out Valentine's Day chocolates in Japan on Valentine's Day are women. That's it. Mm-hmm. And then in March, on the 14th of March, they made a new holiday called White Day, just for guys to bring chocolates for women or give them gifts and stuff. It's the opposite of Valentine's. So in Japan, women give stuff on Valentine's and guys give stuff on White Day a month later. Like, it's like the craziest thing.
I went CJ earlier and looked up some like statistics, and it's like 70 to 80% of Valentine's Day, like money, gifts, and all the rest of that is spent by men for women. Men get cheaper gifts by, like, that percentage is startling. Yeah. With how men, not only like how often men get gifts, but how much cheaper the gifts are for women. But to be fair, even in marketing, because these businesses are in on this shit too. They are all the same thing for Mother's Day, because Father's Day is practically shitted on.
Oh my God, I know.
It's crazy, but we'll talk about it when we get to June. But they really push, oh, you want to get your boo that heart-shaped pendant, or you got to get her this and got to get that. And I'd be like, so these niggas don't want nothing? Like,
diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Diamonds,
right.
yeah.
Which
is funny because they're not even worth as much as we're paying for them.
Exactly. Well,
when
that's the thing.
Like, research.
Oh, Brandy, you're about to show the world your panoche.
No, I'm not.
I'm good. Oh, no.
No. It's a high split. I have on shorts.
Okay, I just saw you just toss your leg, and I was like, oh my god, her panoche is going to be all over the screen.
There's no basic instinct. There's none of that.
Not basic instincts.
No.
But like, we talked about the consumerist part and all of that. I want to come back and talk a little bit about the history of Valentine's Day. So we're going to take a quick break with our little tiny commercial and come back and join us. If you're on YouTube, you're just going to see a little clip. All right. And we're back with these.
Are we though?
I don't know. Before Brandy gets carried away again.
Shut up, CJ, you and your stupid bun. Is that where you hide all your information?
All of it. This is where it pours out of.
Where's her hair?
That's where I have my information about cocaine.
If she pulls her hair down, she doesn't know anything. But it's
you get real stupid. That's so terrible. That'd be a great hero, wouldn't it? Like extra powers with a bun, but then you take it down.
Bun, with the puff, with the natural hair puffed up.
Oh my god, I can't. Anywho, so there's several like different kinds of history or theories about where Valentine's Day started. Predominantly, what I knew was that it was like a Roman festival where women were lotteried off to men to go do the deed during that time of year, and it had a little bit to do with like paganism and a little bit of witchcraft.
Will you be my Valentine looking ass? The fuck?
Like they would put the women's names in urns, and the guys would pick them out, and like they would just go off into the woods, which is really weird because I just saw an episode similar to that on one of the Netflix shows. I think it was Sabrina or something. Where
that sounds like some Sabrina stuff, and I know you like that.
Right. They do have really accurate depictions of pagan like holidays.
Oh, I heard somebody was doing their research heavy. I heard there was something too about that phrase wearing your heart on your sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked that up randomly too because I think they used to like either wear their crushes' names or something like that pinned to like right here.
Mm-hmm.
For those that are looking on YouTube. Right here.
Uh-oh.
So gotta get that auction money somehow.
Look at D.
D, what the hell? What's going on? D is, oh my God. Oh my God.
D, put your nipple away. I'm done.
D, stop. I wasn't ready.
Oh yeah, you were.
Oh my God, I can't.
I stay ready. No, but I heard there was something to that phrase too, which is interesting because you never really think about those phrases.
Yeah.
And then hearing the origins of it, it's like, okay, heart on your sleeve. That was literal for them.
Ooh.
Like I
thought that was
weird.
Cool.
I guess it was probably like a weird. That's gotta be a weird festival. Like I'm not understanding how that was a fucking festival.
How did that become a festival? Who was like, you know what? Let's go outside. Put all these hoes' names.
Okay, auction all these bitches off. All of them.
That's fucking crazy.
It is. Like I'm sure I have to do a little more research than the superficial shit that I've been reading today. But
it's not too crazy if you think about the long history of women just being objectified.
True. Say it again.
It's not crazy. It's crazy to us because we have way more freedoms than what we even like to admit to, just being in America as a female, because there are a lot of places. What was it? It wasn't Iran or what place? Like just a year or two ago, the women just got to drive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I don't know what place that was at. I'm not sure.
It just, I mean, or
but
just
I didn't want to
voting.
get it wrong, but just using that as an example. So for us already being born in America, we're already at a great advantage. But centuries ago, thousands of years ago, like we've just always kind of been bottom of the barrel, and then more so if you were a woman of color. So any woman was going to be used as a pawn because you're not good for anything but come dumpster and make these male babies. No, real shit. That's how they was treating them.
I think that part is a great segue into that that question that guy sent you to please talk to.
Oh God, yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna read it.
What was his name? What was his name? Shout out his IG.
His IG was Aaannndddd237. Thank you for giving us a topic to talk about on our podcast today.
And he said he was going to take a shot every time we said something. I sent that to y'all too, but I don't remember what he said.
Oh, no.
I think it was like Thin Cave or something.
No, wait, what was it? It's the, I saw it on the thing too. Dang it, I can't remember.
I sent it to you, but I don't remember it. But I told him we would talk about it. It's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, it is Sin Cave. You're right.
It's Thin Cave.
Okay, so
so
I'm gonna read there apparently this circulating around Instagram where somebody made this post with a diamond ring on it, like an engagement ring. Oh my God, you guys put your cups down, Jesus. So what it says, I'm gonna read it just word for word because you can't make this shit up, and I don't want to paraphrase it at all. So I'm just gonna read it. It says, "Young men, before you spend your money on a diamond, make sure she has never self-raped her Sin Cave."
That's not real. That can't be real.
It's real. That's what it says. It also says, wait. It says, "It is up to you to remember to ask the hard questions. It is never okay to marry a masturbator." And then on the other side, it says, "Her fingers are for diamond rings, not for ringing the devil's doorbell." You guys, what the fuck?
Big dog.
I am at a fucking loss.
Thin Cave.
Sorry, I was reading that and I realized I should have checked for my children in the other room.
Cave necessary?
Like,
this is my whole cave.
You know, I'm more so okay with
it. You gotta compare that shit. Cave.
I'm okay with a cave more so than I am the sin part that comes before it. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's way more offensive.
I mean, yeah, but here's the thing. Like, the fact that it's just like, it's kind of like the whole virgin thing, right? Because that's what they're basically saying. Like, women have to stay pure and untouched for us to be desirable to men of certain
that's
caliber.
Where our value comes from.
Right.
Male virginity is not valued. They get
it's
to
really
be called
not.
Casanovas for dumping into any and everybody, but we
not a Casanova.
We're sluts, but they can have 1 million lovers, and it's like, oh, take 1,000,001. It's like, no.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's true. You can't get ODs like the Sin Cave. I don't know, the ringing the devil's doorbell got me. I was like, the what?
No, what got me was the pictures, because this was beautifully done. They really took their time.
Let me if you're watching YouTube, let me pull it up so you can see it. It is like it looks like a advertisement for a ring or something. I don't know if it'll focus. There we go.
Look at that. It's perfect. Look how professional that is.
I know. It looks like an advertisement or some kind of motivational.
There's no way that's real.
I don't know. I don't know where it came from.
No, look at the top part because it tells you it's
wait, there's a website, you guys.
I told you.
It says www.stopmasturbationnnow.org. It's a .org. You gotta find D.
D's looking
ready. D's gonna look it up for us real quick.
Sin Cave action.
Let me know when you're ready so you can look this fucking website up. It can't be real.
God.
Oh my God.
What was it called? Stop what?
Okay, stopmasturbationnnow.org. You guys, like,
stop Sin Caving.
I mean, I love that Aaannndddd237 was like, "Can your next podcast be about this? I beg of you." Like, yes, absolutely.
I beg of you was what
absolutely. I mean,
like, say no more, fam. Here's
the thing. I mean, this is a lot of information. Is it real, Dean? You look confused.
Yeah.
It's a real website?
Study promoting masturbation at work leads to women's pregnancy in neutral gender restroom.
I'm sorry.
This has to be like a
Is it like an Onion website? It's not though. Right?
I hope it is. Look at this shit. Look.
Is it? Oh, it's well made, you guys.
Yeah, the well-made part is what's killing me because I'm like, this isn't shoddy work. I think people are serious.
Are there articles and like a menu bar? I'm sorry, look at me. I'm like, because I've built my own website.
Articles and a menu bar,
this is fake. This is fake.
Okay.
Breaking news: masturbation causes 6.8 earthquake. strikes Fukushima.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's obviously a satire page then.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. But obviously, though, on Instagram, that little post got people hot and like bothered and talking about all kinds of shit in the wrong way.
This hilarious. This hilarious. Look at this
what does that say? 17-year-old girl struck by lightning while masturbating. Come on, man. They try to say God said no? Like, stop touching yourself?
God said you thought
no.
I mean, so here's the deal. Like, you know, it's Valentine's Day. There are single people out there. Sometimes you need single people love. And I don't understand. When people are like, I don't masturbate, I typically don't believe them.
No.
I'm not.
Did you say you don't masturbate?
No.
At all? I
have been, not that you don't.
I'm sorry. You see how hard time I'm having, like, listening to you say, no, I don't?
No. I can explain. Listen.
Okay, explain. Because I'm leaning in, bitch. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm not saying I never have.
Okay.
What I've been doing lately is like a cleanse. It would be different if I said I never have. No.
Okay, that's what I thought you were saying. I was like, you've never. Like,
no. That was so funny. You think this, like, what?
Like, bitch, why are you lying?
That was not going to be a never have I ever. Damn, why have to be a lie?
No, I'm saying, so you're saying that you're not doing that right now for whatever, like, personal reasons. Yeah. Okay, I'm not talking about that. That's not what I'm talking about.
That doesn't at all. There's people out there that don't at all.
I mean, I think there's a small percentage of people who don't, but, like, also those
still
people,
out there, CJ.
Those people definitely judge people who do, and that's what I don't like. Like,
do you do all of them though, or did you just judge a group of people?
I sure did, and
that's what it sounded
like. You listen here, okay?
Not listening here.
Did I ever tell you guys what happened?
What?
How you masturbated to Teletubbies at one time?
What?
Now I know that's a lie, or I hope that's a lie. Jesus.
Teletubbies? No, at the airport.
He was like, I like that purple one.
Airport? Wait, I gotta hear this. What happened at the airport?
Tell about the airport situation. So, this is all to say. It was about 5 years ago. I had purchased a device. Right? It looks very similar to a flashlight. But it's not.
Okay. Yes. Let's just call it what it is. It's a fleshlight.
Exactly
I'm like, please tell it what it is. Like.
So I had.
Wait a minute. What was the flesh color? Because you know they be playing us with the toys.
It was pink.
All right.
It's usually pink.
Yeah.
Like, it's like that. Yeah.
Anyway.
The whole thing is pink. But I had it in a bag in my closet, right? So it's time for me to go to New Orleans, right? So I get my carry-on. So I have a suitcase. It's like where is it? I had it here close to me, and I think I put it away. But it was like just a regular carry-on suitcase.
Right.
And I was only going to be in New Orleans for maybe 4 days. So it was going to be
I think I remember this. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect size for me to take. But I was like, let me just take a backpack just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So I pulled the bag out the back of the closet. And then I was getting stuff ready. And I was like, got to remember to take that out. Why I didn't take the thing out when I saw it, I don't know. But I was like, mental note, take that out.
Never do it tomorrow. What you can do today.
Exactly. Never. Take care of that shit right then and there. Because you know what my dumbass did? I came back with all my toiletries and threw that shit on top of that damn flashlight. So I get to fucking McCarran International Airport. I'm standing in line at TSA. And I'm like, got my headphones in. I'm like listening to some fucking music. And it hit me like a sack of potatoes. I was like, oh, fuck. I didn't take that shit out my damn bag. And I'm next. Like, put my stuff on the damn conveyor. So I'm like, so I'm sweating bullets, right? So the TSA agent, she's like, is everything okay? I was like, yeah, it's fine. I really gotta take something out of this bag. She's like, oh, what? You got like drinks? Like, if it's like water, we'll take care of it. You're fine. I was like, no, I really got to take something out of it.
Oh my God. I'd be so suspicious of you.
No, It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure whatever. If you got lotions or whatever, I'm sure it's fine. And I was like, okay. And then I thought about that. I was like, I can't react too much because they're going to gavel my ass up in this damn airport.
Right.
So I was like, all right, cool, whatever. And I just.
You went through with the X-ray?
Let the bag go. And I was like, hopefully. They'll recognize what it is and just let it go.
Hopefully. But I'm guessing that they didn't.
So I walked through. I walk through the whole thing when they make you put your hands up and the thing spins around you.
Yes.
Walk through and I'm waiting on my bag. And my laptop comes out just fine. My shoes come out and I see my bag and it goes in. And it stops. And then it
they
goes
reversed
back, and then it goes in. And then it goes back and it keeps going. I was like, oh
they're
God.
Trying to figure out what it is. They go back and forth on the conveyor belt. I've seen that shit happen. That shit is funny as fuck. They're like, is that a flashlight? What is that?
What we do? Does somebody go look at this? Can y'all look at this?
Hey, y'all come over here.
Calling
Hey,
people over. They're calling.
Yeah. I like Tony. Tony, come look at this. What is this?
No, straight up mortified, right? Mortified.
I'm sure.
So I'm just standing there like, fuck. So I'm just putting my shoes on because I already know it's about to be some bullshit. Put my shoes on, put my belt back on. I'm just like waiting. So then I just see a random TSA dude with some gloves in my bag. He's like, "Is this your bag?" I was like, "Yeah, that's my bag." He's like, "Okay, we're just gonna go through stuff, you know." Before I go through it though, I need to know, is there anything in here that's gonna hurt me? And I was like, "No, it's not gonna hurt you." He was like, "Okay."
Might scare you.
Out one by one. He's like, all my toiletries.
Not one by one.
I love how D is doing this on camera. Like, it looks so good.
He
just like
he pulls out this fucking, I'm just going to use this as an example of what it looked like.
Uh-oh.
He was like, he's all like examining the shit though, like all up in it.
And
like,
you're just standing there.
And I'm just like, and there's people around me and they're not really paying attention, but he's like, so then he goes to unscrew it. I'm like,
oh no.
Fuck. He's like, what is this? I was like, it's for adults. He was like, oh, you have a nice day. And he packed everything up real quick and handed me my bag and I ran to the gate.
Oh my God, he was gonna unscrew it.
As fast as I could.
Oh,
and
no.
I hurried up and got to New Orleans. I was like, nope. I was like, plane, take off. I just wanted to leave. Mortified. The first thing I did when I got to the airport in New Orleans, I threw that whole bag in the trash. I was like, fuck all this shit. I threw shit away.
Why didn't you just put it in your checked luggage, bruh?
Nope.
Why don't you quit making sense, Jay?
Right? I didn't want to think
that.
about it. I was just
Try
like,
that.
get this shit away from me. I was mad.
Try thinking about like.
And I didn't have any luggage checked. I didn't check any luggage. I had my carry-on in the backpack.
Oh, gotcha.
So I was like,
I'm sorry.
Maybe you just left with your backpack because.
So, important notice. If you guys are going out of town and single and have plans for yourself for Valentine's Day, don't take fleshlights.
If you're single.
Just remember to take it out the bag. Because you've seen what the hell happened to my ass.
I just can't. That's the greatest ever. I really can't. No, but like, I mean, I can't really think of anything super mortifying that happened on Valentine's Day. Like, I don't know. Do you?
I was having sex so loud one time.
Oh, I have one of those stories if you guys want to hear it.
That the neighbors were, and this was years ago, they were banging on that.
To like shut up.
wall. Oh yeah, it was really, really bad. We were at a hotel, and what made it so bad is the person I was with got up because we was just like getting it in right, and he was pissed. He gets up like, what the fuck? Because the knock was like the police. So he opened the door and he's like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? They were like, hold on.
Oh, she can't even say it.
They were like, we have kids.
Oh.
And I was thinking about some of the shit I have said while getting drilled out. And I'm like,
no, drilled out though, Brandy.
The fact that she already said drilled out kind of gives you an idea of what she says.
You already know you're saying reckless stuff. And just the fact that the only thing they could come up to say was, we have kids.
I have a really good one. I'm sure Rob will enjoy listening to all my past stages.
Like, caca. What the fuck is she saying?
Not caca.
We have kids, madam. Stop your crying. Think of the children.
Think of the fucking children. What about the children?
I was in an apartment back in the day, and I was, doing the thing. And I guess our window was open, and I didn't remember that it was open. So it was pretty loud, apparently. Loud enough that maintenance didn't knock on our door. They left a note of sound the next day. And my roommate found the note, and he thought that I had the music playing loud because they didn't say what it was. They didn't say what it was. So my roommate was like,
less embarrassing.
He was like, no, here's the embarrassing part. He asked me, he was like, were you playing your stupid music loud? I was like, no. Because I have a tendency to play music when I'm getting ready, as all females do, when you're beating your face or
I have a whole list.
Right, yes. You have a whole dance routine that you do while you put on makeup. So I thought maybe that was it, but it's never loud enough that I would think the neighbors would complain. You know what I mean? And I don't do it at like 11 at night. If I am playing it a little bit louder than usual, it's always during the day. So he's like, well, I'm gonna go talk to the fucking office. So he goes downstairs, and not 5 minutes later he emerges, and apparently the lady got real quiet because he was like, nobody's been playing music in our apartment. Why are we getting a noise complaint notice? And he was like, and why did the maintenance guy just leave it on the door? Like my roommate, he's talking about me. I was home all day. You know what I mean? And nobody knocked on the door to give me a notice. Well, the problem was they were too embarrassed to come in and tell me that they had heard a female doing it.
Why were they so embarrassed?
I don't know, but probably because it was Nebraska. It's the lady.
Oh my God, Nebraska is where I got the cops called on me.
See?
I got the cops called because they were like, we had a report of screaming, and I was like,
yeah. See? Yeah, they thought something was wrong at first, but then they realized it was me just doing the thing, and they like left a fucking note on the door and was like, my roommate was like, so you are having sex too loudly. Like he had to come and tell me that. Like, I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, like, what is it?
Is there really
when you get drilled out correctly, you get drilled out correctly. Like,
right. I'm like, there's no such thing as too loud.
Look at D's face. Look at D. Well, stop judging us, D. Stop judging us.
D looks like one of those people where you sleep with him, he's just gonna be quiet the whole time, like a fucking mime. Like just making you think if he enjoys it or not. Like, am I good enough yet?
Oh my God. Dude, look at D's face. Look at D's face.
He's still looking at you, making no noise, like you're still
D, where are you going?
Enough.
No, he's disappearing. No, come back, D. No, he just slid out of the screen.
he said, I'm gonna head out. That truth make you slide out your seat, boy.
Look, D slid down the weird. I know he slid down the weird way. Now he can't get the fuck back up on the chair.
I knew that was gonna make him laugh.
Oh my God. No, for real though. It's just it's a good time. Like you should enjoy it. Like for real.
I love you, D.
We just went off track. But to answer that guy's question, like do you guys have an issue with people who like if your partner was like masturbating or whatever? Is that a problem?
No, I know a lot of people who get upset about that, but nah.
I do too, but I don't think it's an upsetting thing for me. I mean, it would be different if they were obsessive about it. You know what I mean? If you take anything to the extreme,
your routine and your responsibilities as an adult, then that's a problem.
Like if you're doing it so much that you ain't got time for me. Like if you do it too much and you don't have time for me, then yeah, that's a problem. But like
I'm like, if we're together, what are you masturbating for? We can do that in front of each other. We can do the phone sexting, whatever. But
sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes you just need to get it out of the way when your partner's there. You just kind of feel it coming through.
Yeah.
I mean,
what if you're not there? What if you're at work?
Yeah. What if you're at work? You gonna wait for your partner?
Make a video and send a picture or something.
Nah, man.
But I'm still, wait a minute. Here's my thing. It's not that I haven't done it. It's I'm somehow, some way intertwining with who I'm with. So you get a video, you get a picture, you get whatever. But I'm still doing this by myself. Well, you're not extra like me, which is fine because everybody's different. And clearly what you're doing works. You're getting married.
I'm not. Video though. You okay with
the
that?
way she said that? No, I'm just saying to me. No, I understand what you're saying. To me, though, masturbation is like self-love. So, to me,
yeah, but it's self-love to me when you're by yourself. If I'm with somebody, I don't need to be masturbating. Like I'm with you.
Girl, let me tell you what I just.
Let me. Definitely gonna do it less often. But
yeah, less often.
Or like you said, less often.
Yeah, it's less often. It's less often for sure, but like the other day, I guess I can tell it. We're grown-ups. I was telling Rob. I was telling Rob, like, I was having a moment early in the morning, and I was like, I'm gonna find a video to watch. So I went on my little favorite website to go find my favorite videos, and then instead of actually like finding a video to like get off on, I found this fucking anime that I got into and started watching the episodes, like the story. Oh, no, I was
that
like,
sounds very CJ like.
Distracted.
I was so distracted by the story. I forgot why I was on that porn site for. I just literally went and watched all these stories. Like, I was like, this is a good anime, guys.
Always off task. That's just what we do.
In real life and on the podcast.
Okay. He's like, yeah, I'm about to get this in anime.
I don't know. Does it bother? Like, so, okay, that's another part. So, like, because people like intertwine masturbating with like watching porn too, or watching other people.
And that stuff to me bothers me. It was an issue in my previous, not relationship, but marriage. And it's not that I knock other people for finding stuff that works for them. I like to preface that because some people, they can watch porn individually, together, their sex life strong, they ain't got no problems. It works for them. So I'm all about finding what works for you and not making somebody wrong if it works for them or if it doesn't work for them.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I'm not that person. I'm more so of, we can make a movie, let's share videos rather than you looking up stuff, because I just feel like that leads down a path for a lot of people that be messing them up.
Do you think that it's actually a cause of things in relationships, or do you think you got an extreme case of a guy who like went that route?
No, I don't feel like that's extreme. I feel like it's so prevalent, it's not even funny, because again, since we both agree on how men are raised in this country, just as far as our society versus women, they're encouraged even at a very young age to be very hypersexual. Even when like young boys have a crush on someone older, it's cute, but a young girl could never.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true.
We're prepping them at a very young age to be into anything and everything a little bit, right? And then it's very rare that parents even have conversations with kids about porn. So the first sex talk a lot of kids get is through some form of pornography, whether it's through what they looked up,
that's true,
or whether it's through on a movie. I don't feel like that's healthy, because that's already setting very unrealistic standards for sex.
Yeah, when the nigga tries to spin you.
Listen, you blowing on stuff, you tapping dick on my forehead, this is not what I asked for. Not at all.
Well, so listen, there's a lot of videos where they're like taking stuff, they just like tap on things, and you're just like,
and even like as many videos as there are, because we've all seen like there's like hundreds and thousands of threads on Pornhub and everything else. So just the statistics alone there, it's not an extreme case with my ex-husband. Men especially are really into it, and it does cause damage to relationships, as anything could potentially do when you're getting too into it. But there is a reason why it causes some more damage when it comes to anything sexual, because it's the same thing why maybe for some people it wouldn't bother them if their partner overworked or was on the video game. It wouldn't bother them to a point of divorce, but some people are like, you cheat on me, it's to the point of divorce, because sex is a different beast. What you get off to is a different beast. And I feel like even when you are getting off to something you're watching, to me, and everybody ain't got to agree with this, to me, that's still energy being exchanged. That's something out there. Because if we believe that there's energy flowing and stuff through music, ain't no way we all moaning and getting off together. And then that's why most people that talk about, we've joked about this before, when you watch porn and you get off and you're just sitting there like, I am disgusting as fuck. Like,
why did I watch this?
Did I do this? Why did I watch it? Why did I like it? And now look at me. Like,
what have I done?
There's a reason, and I have yet to hear someone say that hasn't been their experience either once or more than once, because come on now.
So here's my question. Do you have a lot, like, out of your, I guess, your female friends? Because I know you said guys a lot. See, now for me, more than the guys, I know a lot more females that watch porn around me than it is guys that discuss it. So
I know a lot of girls that watch porn, but I know that for them, without putting their names or situations out there, it was influenced because of the guy. I started watching stuff. I started watching stuff because the guy I'm with is like, oh, this is what I'm into, and I truly feel that is a lot. That is a lot of women's case, because a lot of us are more submissive to the point of being followers in that way. So it's like, instead of you knowing your body and what you like and telling him what to do, it's, well, you tell me what you like and I'll follow that. And
that's
we'll
so
go
crazy
with that.
to me.
And I feel like the majority of women follow in that.
And I might have to agree with that, because I feel I've talked about this with a few of my other girlfriends too. I realize that I have alpha tendencies and, you know, shit like that. So I have to remember that I need to scale back and look at it differently. Like, because your perspective is probably more generalized than it is from what my perspective is when it comes to things like that in like womanhood. You know what I mean? Because to me, it doesn't register that
straps
way.
on every night.
Okay, Z. Okay, Z.
I'm just saying, like,
I run this shit.
Like, I don't, it doesn't, I don't know about the straps.
CJ's motherfucking palace, bitch.
Why do people always say that shit about me? I don't understand.
And then she never understand. That's the
First
crazy part.
of all,
like,
you guys,
I don't understand.
I just want to be clear.
Really doesn't, because this is how it works.
You know what? I think it's time for a CJ roast session. It's been a couple months.
It's been a while.
Wait a minute. Wait. I just want to make clear that I am not a dominatrix type at all. Look at just Nobody believes me. Although you guys are not the first ones to be like, CJ has a dungeon. So I don't know what that's about. Like, I think it's just my Scorpio personality.
That Mug says CJ strap on. Not every night.
I hate all of y'all.
You've seen some Gatorade bottles in your day too.
I mean, I've seen some crazy shit, not gonna lie. Like, there's some moments. But I, like one of the guys said, I'm just a free spirit. So I just kind of took it as it came.
I will say, because of how society is and because of unique upbringings, I don't feel like personally there are a lot of women like you out there.
I agree.
And that's not saying it's a good or bad thing, but I think that goes into why your worldview in some areas, just like anybody in any subject, we're not all going to know everything about everything, are a little, you know,
it's different. I recognize that more now than I used to, because before I would be like, why not? Like, you guys can do whatever you want to. But I realize now that, like, what you said is very, very true. Like, talking even more, talking to girls that I work with, because for like 7 years I stayed in a place where it was just all females, basically. You know what I mean? And listening to their conversations, I think your view is very much more closer to their view than it ever was to me. I think I can probably only name a handful of girls who even think closely to what I say.
And even when I worked at ESPN, hearing the same stories from so many men, because they talked very openly.
Of course.
So to be in like a hyper, it's already like, workplaces can kind of be like a boys club, but to be in ESPN place, and it's just hyper masculine, and then hearing them just no filter talk about what's going on with wives and girlfriends and stuff, I feel like the majority of women fall into that category where it's very rare they're even telling their mate they didn't come, let alone, I
can't stand that shit.
There's even women that they'll be like, to save face and be the cool girl, I'll go to the strip club, I'll do it. It's like, it's not cool anymore to say, I'm not okay with porn in the strip club.
So that does bother me.
Say that without it being like, oh, you're a boring bitch, you're insecure, because we get shamed for that shit.
Right.
It's like, no, I'm not insecure. I cannot like something. I just don't like it. Like,
right.
It's not something.
This is the cool part. This is why I love our little triangle, because like all of us can bring all this different like perspective on it, because I feel like all of us are all alphas in some way or another. I really don't think we're beta personalities at all. Not at all. Like
D said no.
No, I mean, even D's craziness. Like we're definitely not betas. Like we're closer to alpha personalities, but also at the same time being like alpha, like your female alphaness is a little bit more conservative when it comes to like sex related stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm all
like
about
completely
different.
Trying,
like any and everything with my partner. Like once I get locked in, it's almost like anything goes. But anything outside of that, no. Like,
oh my god! So that means we need to do a conversation about polyamorous people and stuff like that, because I feel like I need to listen to your point of view. Huh?
I'm not into it.
Did you? God, D, you said it like you've come across people who are polyamorous. Like,
you think he hasn't? Do you know where he lives?
He's in Vegas.
Right.
You know he does.
I have too. Plenty.
For some reason, I attract.
I know. I was just gonna say you always get asked to be the boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
I can tell. Yeah.
I get that a lot.
I think, you know what I think it is, D, with that one? Because is it usually a straight couple, a heterosexual couple?
Yes, always.
You know why? I'll tell you why. Because I know everything.
Yes, DJ. Yes.
I'm just going to own it at this point.
Own it.
Yes.
I'm just going to own it. But no, so here's my theory on that, D, because I feel like you get asked all the time. Like every time we talk about sex, you always have a couple who wants to be with you. And I think it's because of how we couldn't tell you were gay. Like you have feminine properties and you have very masculine properties. And it's like this mix to where you can go either way. Does that make sense?
Because has a Black couple asked you to be a part of their stuff?
Very recently.
Oh.
Very recently. That had
because
never
when I think about couples asking D, I'm always thinking about some white straight couple. I'm not thinking
always,
a lot of Black.
It usually is probably.
I knew it because I too am CJ.
But you know what I mean? Because D has very, like, even though, because a lot of people stereotype queer guys and gay guys to be very feminine, which they're not all like that, and people don't understand that. But like D has like very masculine tendencies with a sprinkle of femininity. That's literally how I used to describe you.
I hear what you're saying, CJ, but I'm gonna checkmate CJ right now.
What do you mean?
Now that I know CJ style, now that I know some statistics of how I knew before D even told me that white straight couples approach him more than Black. I just knew it because to them, and I don't know why, this is where CJ would have to break it down because I don't know why.
I'll tell you, I'm waiting because I know where you're going.
I knew it because I'm like, to me, I could just, white people would be very comfortable with experimenting with the Black stallion, and he's perfect for that, mixing that in with what you just said, where he's not too gay as far as feminine, where you can tell, but he's, big Black dick, so jump on in this.
Boom.
And white people go crazy over that shit. So that's how I knew when you said that. I'm like, I have a feeling there's a majority of whites doing this to you.
Yeah,
I don't.
I mean,
God, especially in this. Yeah,
look at him.
Especially in this town, I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, you do live in Sin City, so I mean, But I really think you are in a very comfortable place, like personality wise, because we're all pretty charismatic, you know what I mean? So you probably have that already out in the open, and people can pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? So when they do that, they're picking up on your femininity, but also like your super masculine side. I mean, that's why we keep calling you the worst gay. Like,
and then right, you definitely the worst. And then they're picking up on the fact that even without saying anything, and how you maybe interact energetically without even
that's
knowing.
What I mean. Like,
we're all people because of overseas and just other stuff going on. We can get along with anybody.
Pretty much.
White girls love me. I'm not gay, but I bet you I can have any white bitch I wanted, because when I tell you, they go crazy over me, and I'm just like, oh, because I'm the safe Black girl to y'all. I get it.
Yep. I'm the safe brown girl.
So they just feel like, oh my God, Brandy. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Chill out. Like,
they feel safe homegirling us. That's what it is. They do.
I ain't never had a Black girl come at me like these white girls come in. And Black girls have said stuff. Or maybe if we all out and they're dancing, we dancing and stuff. We doing a little something there, but they ain't never come at me.
It's more subtle than.
Oh yeah, it's so much more subtle than these white girls. They be losing.
Well, and then I feel like the dancing thing is like are culturally like acceptable on the dance floor. Like with like people you don't even know.
So it's like we're all gonna dance together. Nah, baby, these white girls. I'm like, girl, I'm at work. Like, what are you doing?
Oh no, not at work.
Oh, girl, at the lounge, them girls.
Oh, okay. I was like thinking about your telecommunications.
No, not at the
sorry.
Office.
The lounge, it makes sense. At the lounge.
No, the lounge, they get some liquid courage in them, and they start wilding. I mean,
it's just a very like odd thing, but we're gonna talk about that because I want to come back to it because there's lots of people who were talking about it on one of the pages.
And there's layers to that, considering we've all noticed a racial difference. There's layers.
Yeah. Oh, there's so much to talk about. I wish we could just make this our job. Like, just talk about
it.
Right? That would be great. So with that being said, everybody who's listening or watching, hit that fucking subscribe button so this can be our job.
Okay,
do it, D. Do it.
And you can listen to us more often because we'll have all the time. I can quit my job. We can all quit our jobs. We can just do this shit full time.
Look, I think, you know what I think we need to do? I think we need to go live on Instagram and Facebook one day and just like talk to people.
We totally need to do that.
Yeah, I think that's a thing. And when we get a little bit more established, we'll like start circling the country when we can and go live from wherever we're fucking going. Just saying, throwing ideas out. And I think that we can like
totally into doing
let's visit our top fans and stuff. I think that would be cool to do.
Oh my God. Cool. I want to, because Leslie, shout out to Les. She lives only like, I want to say 2 or 3 hours from me.
Mm-hmm.
I think, yeah, and I think Louie-Ann's little sister, I forget her name, off the top of my head.
Yvonne.
Yeah, okay, thank you. She lives, I want to say 1 or 2 hours away too, which is crazy because that seems harder to get a visit down than states away. When someone's just a few hours
closer,
away,
it is.
Yeah, you always tell yourself, yeah, I'll just go one weekend, and you never go.
It never happens. It never happens.
Peaches and I lived like an hour away from each other when I was in Pensacola and she was somewhere else.
Well, shit, me and Brandy lived an hour away from each other too.
Well, girl, I was too busy being physically abused, so I couldn't.
Oh my God.
You can't see your friends and get beat at the same time. You can't multitask like that.
True.
You gotta focus.
I can't. But anyway, like Dee was saying, we're about to wrap this section up so we can go on to the news angle.
Speaking of wrapping up, have safe sex. Don't be out there
wrap it
trying
up.
to make babies and you don't want to. Swallow if need be. Pull out and put it on her back if need be. Yeah. Do whatever. Or his back, whatever.
Oh my God. And we might extend on some stuff with the love and relationship. I think next week we should talk about love and being black and brown. And like add that in.
Love.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's such a different world now from back in the day.
Where we came from.
Yes, girl. Yes. So, but if you enjoy us, oh my God. I can't even fake when you guys do shit like that because then I'm taking off.
She be taking it all seriously, and we're stinging.
Oh my God, all the time. I have to put in disclaimers
every episode. Like doing that opening scene where everybody's doing stuff. They're like,
right.
I'm serious. Should we do like a Bill Cosby's opening scene one day? We should totally do it.
You mean behind bars?
Damn.
Hey.
A zing. If you enjoy all of our zinginess and zany-ness and all of that, please subscribe to our podcast platforms on whatever you're listening to. Like Dee was saying, oh my God, YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, hit that like button, that bell, get your notifications. So, if you didn't already know, I'm just gonna talk over these fools. I'm about to mute them. Watch.
Listen to CJ trying to wrap this shit up. She's struggling.
I'm trying, you guys. I'm about to use my powers and mute the shit out of them. But anyway, what was I even saying? Oh, YouTube.
Listen to her trying to be all serious.
I can't stand them. I'm trying to get out of here so we can record our last one. Y'all just listen to us, subscribe. I can't even do this anymore. We're about to be out. Y'all have a good day.
Sorry,
Be blessed. Be blessed. Bye.